Hi, John Farrell with the Farrell Law Firm. Today we're going to be talking about 3 times when getting a revocable living trust is a no-brainer. But first, make sure that you subscribe to the channel. We put out new videos every Tuesday and Friday, and make sure that you hit the like button because every like helps. Hi, John Farrell with the Farrell Law Firm. To tell you a little bit about myself, I'm the author of Estate Planning for the Modern Family, and I was recently voted one of the top 3 lawyers here in Cobb County, Georgia, along with the law firm being voted one of the top 3 law firms here in Cobb County, Georgia. Well, today we're going to be talking about 3 times when a revocable living trust is a no-brainer. For those of you who have watched the channel, you might see that I'm actually wearing a new shirt today. It seems like all my videos, I tend to be wearing the same shirt, but I've had some comments, and today you can see I'm actually wearing a new shirt. So we're going to talk about 3 times that a revocable living trust is a no-brainer. The revocable living trust, as you might know, it is a legal arrangement where a trustee holds property for the benefit of another. For many people, the people that are the trustees are the people who set up the trust in the first place, and they are the beneficiaries for it while they're alive, and then when they pass away, it passes on to whoever they wish for it to go to, oftentimes a family. And so there are times when it is just a no-brainer to get a revocable living trust. So let's talk about those 3 times. All right, so number 1, if you want to avoid probate, the revocable living trust is really a no-brainer. Now, there are other ways to avoid probate. You can avoid probate by making sure you have beneficiaries on all your items. Oftentimes it's very difficult to leave a home to someone here in Georgia without it going through probate. You might try to give it away before you pass away, but that's a terrible idea for various reasons. So avoiding probate, there are things you can do, but the best thing you can do is get a revocable living trust, because that is the primary purpose of the revocable living trust, is to avoid probate. So if you're trying to avoid probate, the revocable living trust is really a no-brainer. All right, so number 2. The number 2 time that getting a revocable living trust is a no-brainer is if you have privacy concerns. For some people, they're not that concerned with people knowing what they have and where it's going. But if you're one of those people that are more private in person, you don't necessarily want people to know what you have and who's getting it when you pass away, well, then a revocable living trust is a great way to take care of those privacy concerns. You see, when you have a will, it gets filed down at the courthouse and it becomes part of the public record. So everybody gets to see what you have and everybody gets to see who's getting it. Now, that used to not be such a big deal before the internet, but with the internet, you can go online and you can look at wills all day long. We do it here because we do probate work. You can go online, look at people's wills and see what they have, who's getting it. And so if you're a private person and you want to keep your affairs private, then a revocable living trust is really a no-brainer at that point. All right, so the number 3 reason that a revocable living trust is a no-brainer, and quite honestly, this is an easy no-brainer. If you have property in another state, it is a no-brainer to get a revocable living trust at that point. And the reason is because you have to go through, your family will have to go through probate when you pass away in every state where you own a piece of property. Now, going through probate once is bad enough, but imagine if your family had to go through probate in another state. For example, if you lived here in Atlanta, or if you also had a condo down off of the Gulf of Mexico, maybe down in Panama City Beach or Destin or some other place down through there, you've got property in 2 states, and your family will have to go through probate in both of those 2 states, Georgia and Florida. Imagine if you had a cabin up in North Carolina, there would be 3 times that your family would have to go through probate. So nobody wants to go through probate once, much less twice or 3 times. So if you have property in another state, it is a no-brainer to get a revocable living trust at that point. All right. So if you've watched our videos for any amount of time, you know what we do is we help people plan their estates. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a copy of a book that we've created called Estate Planning for the Modern Family. It is a great place to start when it comes to planning your estate. And so I'll put a link in the description below where you can get your own copy of that book for yourself. Well, if you want to learn more about the firm or perhaps even schedule a free consultation with me, give us a call at 678-809-4922. That's 678-809-4922. Or I've also put a link in the description below. You can click on the link and it will take you to a landing page where you can schedule a free consultation. All right, so that's really all we have to go over today. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel because we put out new videos every Tuesday and Friday. And make sure that you hit the like button because every like helps.